What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Papa Panda, aka Iron Panda, coming at you again today with another YouTube video. I know that we had a little bit of a break there where we took some days off. Still trying to recover from that sickness, and it kind of did round 2 on me. So yeah, but we're back now. We feel better. Today I want to talk to you guys about the match that started my love for Mortal Kombat and wanting to be a competitive player, and it was the Final Kombat 2020 Grand Finals between Ninja Killa and Sonic Fox, and just talk about like the stuff that was going through my head, making me think like this is what I want to do. I also want to play this game. This is just something I want to be a part of, and yeah, so like this is it. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's watch.
Two are getting set to play their match.
I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. So yeah, so this was the match that got me started in Mortal Kombat as a whole. So like when I was starting out, I didn't know anything, and now I think it's gonna be interesting to go back and kind of break down like what's going on inside of this match that got me hooked. Because when I was young and new or green to the game, if you will, I didn't know anything, so I just thought like these two were just like goats, like they were just going at it, like I didn't know any better, so like it's just super fun to see what's going on. Now, as you can see, this is still really early in the game. You got Liu Kang using I believe that Shaolin stance. Like we haven't seen that. This is the default variation of Joker. Like you haven't seen this, for like just ever of Mortal Kombat. And now that there's only 4 or 5 days left for Mortal Kombat 11, I feel like this would be a good way to send it off, as me talking about the match that just made me go, hey, this is what I want to, I want to get into the competitive scene. Now you see, like they got a lot of back and forth going here, and yeah, that had to be an input error there. That had to be an input error from Sonic there. I mean, excuse me. Because yeah, like let's go back and look at that, because that didn't look right. Just real quick, just kind of. Okay, we're here. Okay, he opens him up. Yeah, so he opened him up with that back 3, and it didn't come out. So kind of hits him with the micro duck there a little bit, and then yeah, this pressure is just kind of over. Did it down 4 there, which I thought was interesting, because why wouldn't you just go forward 1, forward 2, and go with the chip? But he does the down 4, because Joker's down 4 on block is hella unsafe. And if that wouldn't have killed, that would have been crazy. And I believe that this was back before the patch happened, so lose 1-2 is like +4 or something like that. And again, I didn't play it, so like I wasn't playing back then. When this went on, like especially like competitively, I was just still trying to learn. So like when I saw this, I didn't know what frame data was. I didn't know what anything was at all. And this is what made me fall in love with my 2 characters of this game was Joker and Liu Kang. Watching this matchup made me play both, and I played Liu for a while, and then I ended up switching to Joker, and I just ended up falling in love with Joker. Like that was my character for MK11 was Joker. And there's something here I want to point out that is it right here? Okay, so you'll see that he does this side switch. He dragon kicks out of this corner, but oh yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Shoot, let's go back. This right here. If you look, watch Ninja. This is tech that like a lot of people didn't know. He ducks the first hit of that forward 2 string. He ducks it, hits the second one, and even though that's unsafe, not a lot of people can punish it, but it stops the pushback, so it allows him to like see, he can try to go for that sweep if he advances. Just super smart. A lot of people didn't know that, and you probably wouldn't pick up on it if you are new to it like I am. Like you just don't think about stuff like that. It just all looks like it's happening so fast, but there is a point as to why they're doing what they're doing, and that is one of the points is he's ducking that to stop all that pushback, and he's again, you're gonna see like that counter poking just from both of them. And as you can see, that 1-2 is super plus, I believe. It's like I want to say it was like +3 or 4. It was something like that. Plus, yeah, I think it was +3. I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know down in the comments. But Yeah, and as you can see, Sonic takes game 1 here. And I believe Ninja's in losers. And again, like back then, man, like when I was playing it, when I started playing this like 4 years ago, I didn't know any different. Like this right here was just like it was just cool to me. I remember I came home out of the army, my brother, or not, I shouldn't say out of the army, but I came home on leave from the army one time, and my brother sat me down. He's like, "You ever played Mortal Kombat?" And I'm like, "No." And he was like, "I gotta show you how hyped the matches get." And this was like the first one he showed me, and I just thought this shit was like OD, bro. I thought Ninja and Sonic were like just crazy. So like that's just that. Oh, and chat from Twitch, if you guys have typed or said, "Hey, what's up?" I can't see it at the moment, but once we get done with this YouTube video, I'll definitely get back to it. We'll get back to streaming. I got to get this YouTube video done. I've been slacking these last couple of days, been hella busy, so just give me a little bit chat. All right. So yeah, and again, you got this throw. It's going like he's putting him back in the corner, and this is what a lot of people don't even realize. Like this is still a scary spot to be from Joker. But again, the lose 1-2 is 1-2-3 is so good, even though it's a double high, because it's double high mid, and even though it's double high, like it's just so good because it's forward advancing and it's 7-frame startup, and that's just, it's just OD, man. Like I don't even know what else to like say about that. Especially back then, it being like +3 or 4. You know what I mean? Like that's just insano. Like a lot of people like I don't even know. I guess they thought, well, it is double high, so you could duck it. But what they didn't realize is like I guess maybe back then that 9-frame mid made people respect it a lot more, so they kind of took away the plus frames off the 1-2. And you can see that counter poking right there, just so good. Flawless blocking that, gonna spend his KB here. And I remember I saw that, and I didn't know how to do that for the longest, man. I would mess that up so bad. I remember my brother would just laugh at me, like, because I could never do it. Like I said, I was a Liu Kang main. Ninja Killer made me main Liu Kang. Like, I shouldn't say, like, made me, but, like, he made, like, what I'm saying is like, after watching this, I wanted to do this. You know what I mean? I wanted to play Liu Kang, and I remember I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to do that Dragon's Kick connected to the forward 4KB from Lou, and my brother used to just laugh at me. I used to get so mad because I'm like, bro, just teach me. He'd be like, nah, I can't. Like, you're gonna have to learn. And I learned. It took a long time. And then like I said, I picked up Joker, and that was kind of wraps for Liu Kang for this game. Joker was just easy for me. Like, I didn't even know you could do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how far behind, like, I was, man. Like, this game had already been out for a year, and I just didn't even know that Mortal Kombat back then was, like, this big of a thing. And, again, you can see right there, look at what Ninja's doing, that little piece of tech. Right? Takes the throw, ducks it right there. Ducks that first one, ducks the first hit of the forward 2, and then flawless block the second one. So, it's like, again, it stops all that pushback, and his forward 2 his up 2 would actually hit that. I don't believe if he tried to flawless block it any other way that the up 2 for Lou is gonna hit it. So that's just super smart. You can tell that he spent a lot of time in the lab doing that, and that's also crazy because forward 4 back then was hella plus as well. So not only did you have 1-2 being plus, you had forward 4 being plus, and I want to say I'm not too sure. I want to say back then I didn't know. So it's like when I just see them throwing out forward 4, and it looks like it's coming out so much quicker, it's only because the forward 4 was like, it was a few frames faster. Now it's a few frames slower. Still plus, but, obviously the gap in it that we all know about, which I'm pretty sure it still had the gap in it back then. And Sonic just didn't call it out right there, Probably thought maybe a fireball was coming or he was going to do the Shaolin stance or whatever. So he just, he made a read. When Ninja just made a read to throw that out there and get away with it. But it is what it is. But yeah, it was just insane. And honestly, I didn't even know like what the Shaolin stance was. Because I played right after Customs. Like right after they gave us Customs, I started playing. Right around the same time. I'm trying to remember exactly when, but I've been playing for like 4 of the 5 years it's been out. And as you can see, like Sonic just being so like just so OP with Joker, which is another character that like if you know me, you know I play Joker, you know I made him. And like this was also like I remember I used to sit there and just watch this for a while, just learning. And obviously back then they were doing things that was like way out of my skill level. You know, like way out of my skill level, because like I just didn't have a fully like I said back then I didn't even understand what frame data was back then. Like I didn't even know that you could punish that back then with Dragon's Kick. So it was like I was doing things excuse me, but it was like I was doing things that like I didn't even know that like were like I thought 1-2-3 from Liu Kang was a like 1-2-3 I thought was a combo. You know, I didn't know that like forward 4 KB into Dragon's Kick amp was the, you know, was the actual combo. So it was like that's how much knowledge I lacked back then. Like I really did. I lacked a lot of knowledge back then. So it's like funny just sitting here watching it, like thinking like how far I've came from like 4 years ago to now. Where it's like that, just this video alone like got me hooked into Mortal Kombat, made me want to become a competitive player, and now here we are, like, you know, and thinking about MK1 and just all the like from the knowledge that I lacked from the scene. Like I didn't even think like I said, I didn't know Mortal Kombat was like as big as it was. Like I knew it was big from the 90s with the movies and everything. But I didn't know that like it was like this big competitive game still to this day. I didn't know. So it was like this was like news to me, and you know, I'm glad. Like look at where we've come. Got the YouTube channel going and everything, but it's like I just didn't know. Like, but this match right here, man, like it really did. It did it all. And that's another thing too. This right here is like super okay. The short hop from Sonic, because it's at max range. And it is -11, but it's kind of like Joker's forward 2-1-2 string. It's -11 as well, but with the short hop, I believe it's 2. Yeah, 2. His short hop 2, you can short hop 2 at maximum distance like this, and it's only -11, and not very many characters can actually punish it. Like it just has so much pushback. As you can see, like I'll back it up one more time, and you can watch it right here. Like the pushback on this and the forward 2 string. Like look, see, he tried, and this was before the patch to the forward 4 from Liu Kang. Still couldn't get it. So it's like that's something to think about. Like, you know, little pieces of tech that like if you didn't know, you can't, like you do now. And again, Ninja just being so smart with that punish. And the only reason why he punished that string was because he did the duck the first hit into the blocking the second hit, which stopped all that pushback, so it allows him to be able to make that happen. And like you see this too, like this setup part. Like I didn't even know what the setup part was. Like I didn't know any of that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know that like you could do these setups with Joker and do some like ridiculous like damage out of it. Like I didn't know that. Like I was just out here just swinging away. And I actually ended up, I believe Sonic Fox, I want to say, made a video of a Joker guide, and I remember I watched that, and I don't think Ninja made one about Lou, but because I looked, you know, but I know, I'm pretty sure Sonic made one about Joker, and I remember I you know, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did, and I remember watching that, and I remember just sitting there like, all right, bro, like, teach me your ways. And when I watched that, he did not have the setup. He had the jumping jester and the kapow, like the variation that we all use to this day. Now, as you can see, Ninja's going up, Sonic going up right here again, hitting him with a fatality. A little side of reality there. Yeah, this set was just so hype, man. Sonic. Oh, excuse me, Sonic. Okay, Sonic was in losers. Ninja was in winners. Sonic resets the bracket. That's right. Okay, I remember now. That's what it is. So Sonic reset the bracket. Just going stupid. He was going stupid. Yeah, it is. It is hard to beat. You know, and that's what's crazy. Like, the announcers are like the commentators, like they're talking about like how it's hard to beat them twice, but it's like it's them. It's Ninja versus Sonic. So it's like very rarely do these two lose twice, and they're playing each other. You know what I mean? So it's like that's crazy when you really break it down and you think about it.
That was a big change up already here on the reset. Cool pickup there. Gonna hold the box. Gets the flying kick punish.
And again, right there to that flying kick punish, like. But again, I didn't know that back then. Like, I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know. Like, now I know what I'm looking for because of the competitive mindset, the competitive nature. But back then, I didn't know. I was just out here pressing buttons, doing stuff. You know, so it's like, it's just funny to see like that this video, like that this match in particular, again, got me hooked into Mortal Kombat, and I knew nothing. And like thinking about where I'm at today, you know. And again, Twitch, if for the Twitch side of things, if you guys wondering why I'm not responding to chat, it's only because I'm doing a YouTube video, and I'll holler at you guys like as soon as we get done. I'm gonna pull up the game, and we're gonna get back to gaming. So it's almost, you know, we're almost done. Just a few more minutes, and be chilling with you guys. But yeah, it's like I just, you know, I don't know. I'm just blown away at myself at like what I've accomplished in the last 4 years. How far I've come. We couldn't even do a combo to like doing some crazy ass combos, and that was a hell of a read. But that was super good by him.
We haven't seen any 1-2-1s either. You know, we're probably used to getting that crouch full combo punished, but a lot safer on block.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I don't know why he's going 1, 2, 3 in the box when it's. You know, like me personally, I never do 1, 2, 3 in the box. Like, and this is something like I'm asking. Like, I genuinely would want to know what his thought process is on that. But obviously, you know, I can't really ask him. But I would like to know. It's like he's doing 1, 2, 3 into Jack in the Box, and he's also enhancing the projectile. Which it's just interesting to me, like it's interesting to me because like I want to know like where his thought process is, like what his head, like where his head's at with that, because why would you enhance the projectile first? My first thing is like, why would you enhance the projectile? It's, yes, it pops him up in the air, but it's like kind of bad, and it's not easy to get there at full screen like that to get the convert. And then, you know, like I just like the 1, 2, 3 in the box, the Jack in the Box. Like I know Jack in the Box resets neutral, but you're like already hella safe. So I don't know like if his thought process is to try to reset neutral into that. You know, I don't know. Like I'm just genuinely curious like where his head was, because like me, I would just go 1, 2, 3. And maybe like if I catch him doing that 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, I could do down 4 in the box and then keep it safe. You know, I could hit him with a check, like a standing 1 check, or not standing 1, excuse me, down 1 check, and try to jail into 1, 2, 3. You see, so it's like, I don't know, but again, this is Sonic Fox that we're talking about here. So it's like, you know, he knows things that like he's got tech that like I don't know about, and I'm just sitting here trying to watch it and piece it together. Like I was doing 4 years ago when I've decided that like I really want to be good at Mortal Kombat. Like when I decided that, I would sit here and watch this trying to figure out like what he was doing. And I just, you know, again, it's Sonic Fox. Like he's like Sonic goes for Joker combos that like I don't even try to go for. Like I just keep it simple. And it's probably, I don't know if it's because like I can't hit them. Because honestly, I've never like really tried like some of his combos and his conversions and stuff. It's just that like I don't see the need. I just see that like I'm gonna keep it simple, you know, and try to win that way. I kind of had that Foxy grandpa, like Foxy's mentality of like you don't have to do like the crazy stuff. You can just do the easy stuff and still win. And I kind of took that from Foxy, which is, it's super smart. Catches him with that micro duck there with the setup. That's hella good. But yeah, like I just try to keep it simple and just like move on that way. But you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just genuinely like curious as like to what his mindset is, like, or why he was doing the things he was doing. I would like to know.
So quick as the projectile leaves the
And that just goes to show you like how much like I still have to learn as to why he does some of the things he does, you know. And that shows you like how much I have to learn.
Cancel into. Okay, that's safe. Yeah.
That was the same exact thing that he threatened with.
Now like Ninja missed a punish there. He could have dragon kick punished that because that's like negative like 15 or 16. That standing 2-4 standing 2-4-3 and standing 2-4-4. Or 2-1-3 and 2-1-4. They're hella negative. Like negative 16 and 17. That one came down to the wire. Look at Gurr, bro. Let's see. Look. We got Gurr. We got Gurr right here. I believe this is ketchup and mustard. There's Papa Tweed, bro. You got Papa Tweed. And then you got fucking Slayer, dog. Like, bro, look at all the goats, bro. The NRS goats. Look at Tweed back there, bro. Look at him. Just look at Papa Tweed, bro. Look at Papa Tweed. Papa Tweed's trying to, like, fucking... Papa Tweed's trying to hide out back there. Look at him. Look at that guy. Look at him. Papa Tweed, man. He's hiding, bro. He's trying to be modest with his handsome face. And wait. Was that Gambler next to him? Is this Gambler? Dude, I think that's Gambler. It's gotta be. With, like, hella baby face. Like, hella baby face. This has gotta be Gambler. I'm gonna need Gambler or Tweety to tell me down in the comments who that is. Because I know who most of these people are right here. I can't tell because it's kind of blurry. I think that's Gambler. It looks like Gambler. It's kind of blurry, though, because of the angle and everything. But, yeah. All the homies. And I ain't gonna lie, Tweety was another one. There's a match I'll probably go over, too. There was another one that So, the reason how I found out about Tweety was he played Gearus, obviously. And that's what a lot of people knew him for throughout the course of MK11. And my brother plays a lot of characters, but his best friend, who's also my best friend, so like our best friend, he plays Gearus, and he loved watching Tweety play Gearus. And if he could like find not Tweety, my bad, I said that wrong. He watched Gurr, and then through watching Gearus through Gurr, I ended up finding Tweety. My bad. I had that backwards because our best friend watched a lot of Gurr because it was, you know, that was his character. He liked Gearus, and then because I know Tweety played Baraka in the early stages. So like when they I'm trying to think back because back then when they were showing me these videos, you know, like I'm pretty sure Tweety was still playing Raka. You know what I'm saying? Like he was still playing Baraka. I could be wrong. I ended up finding Tweety later on through the Gearus channel of like, you know, oh, well, who's the best Gearus in the world talk? And then people are like, oh, it's Gurr. And then people are like, no, it's Papa Tweed. And I'm like, who's Papa Tweed? And they showed me, and I started like going down a rabbit hole of like who Tweety is. And just knowing that Tweety was dominating in MKX and Injustice 2 and then into MK11. And I had no idea. And the next thing I know, I was like, I could see why though. He's hella dominant, you know. And then ended up being like one of the best Gears players that we know, which is good, you know. But I had that backwards, so I definitely had that backwards. I meant Gurr, so yeah. That is Joey. It is Joey. Look at King Gambler back here, y'all. Look at him. Look, Papa Tweed laughing and giggling. And look at King Gambler. Gambler, why do you look asleep? That's what I want to know. Gambler, why do you look asleep? Like, this shit is hype as hell. You're asleep. Dude, look how young Foxy looks. Holy cow. Look at that shit. Dude looks young as hell. Who is that? That's what I don't know. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy right here? I don't know who he is. Who is this dude right here? Who is that? Anytime I see an old bald white dude, I think it's Sunio, but I could be wrong. I don't know who that is. But yeah, but that's how I found out about Tweety. Later on down the line was through the Gearus talk of Gurr and everybody knowing Gurr. And I know that Tweety did end up playing Gearus after a while in tournament and everything, but I don't think it was this far back. So that's how I found out about Gurr. watched Gur for a while with my with our best friend and everything, because we used to get together and just watch the videos and like try to learn. But yeah, that's how I found out about Gur. And I knew about Gur from Gearus, and then that's how I found out about Tweety, was the Gearus talk of who has the #1 Gearus in the world, you know, like people going crazy about stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know who King Gambler was back then. I didn't know. I knew that he had a Night Wolf back then, but I didn't know him. Like I didn't know him like I know him today. So I know he was playing like Night Wolf, and I believe even back then he was playing a little bit of Scarlet, you know. So like I don't know, man. It's so long ago for me. It's hard to remember all of the details. Like, and just like I just remember like this match, man. That hammer is so cool. Look at that hammer. That's so dope. That's awesome. Yeah, so see, this is March of 2020. Okay. So March of 2020. So I would say I was playing this shit like I was playing MK11 maybe like July, or actually no, I'm pretty sure the first time I picked up the sticks was July, because I came home July of 2020 during COVID. I remember that they released us. They said that we could go home on leave, and I remember we went home on leave because this is March. And then I remember I went home, and then that's how I started watching all these videos. And I found my brother showed me this video. So yeah, July of 2020. That's how long I've been playing. So roughly 3.5, almost 4 years. Had to be. Yeah. No, for sure. Ninja's sitting here contemplating life. Like, you know, like, what do we do? What do I got going on? But he's stuck with the loop piece. So. But, yeah, that's how I found out about Gur. That's how I found out about the homie Tweety. Then I ended up finding out about Gambler. You know, so like back then I didn't even know who Slayer was. I had no idea who Slayer was until like a year and a half ago. And it's crazy to think like all the homies and like the relationships I've made with like the homies like through this game too. Cause like Slayer, I didn't know who Slayer was until like 2 years ago. Didn't know who Diddle was until almost like 2 years ago. I did like, and I met like I met Diddle through Kombat League. Diddle beat my ass in Kombat League back then. I ain't gonna lie. I had no business even being matched up with him. But Diddle beat my ass back then, and he was like super cool or whatever. I think I messaged him like one time, and I said like you know, hey, GG's when I messaged him, and he was like, hey, GG's. And then yeah, I ended up like some time later watching somebody else's stream, and I saw him Diddle. I was like, hey, I know that guy. And I ended up going in there, and next thing you know, I've known Diddle for forever too. Then Slayer I found relatively like the same time. I found Slayer because he was hosting tournaments, and I would love to watch tournament play. So like I was like, because it helps me learn, right? So like for me, like this is like film. So like, I remember I would sit there like watch it, and that's how I got to know Slayer. I think everybody just knows Ketchup and Mustard. Like they're just like kind of like goats amongst the fighting game community for sure. So I think like that was kind of self-explanatory. Like if you play fighting games, you know who Ketchup and Mustard are, you know. So yeah, like it's just crazy thing. Like all the homies. Like I never thought like I would have ever made it to this point with all the homies. Damn, that's gonna be dead. That's just dead. That's just wild. Sonic going a little crazy right here. That's wild. Yeah, man. This was it though. Like this was crazy. I'm gonna show. I think my next video that I make, I'm gonna show you. It does involve Tweety. Another video that just like got me super hyped and like wanted to play Mortal Kombat. And I'm gonna show you guys the video. I have to go find it. It's not as long. It's kind of a shorter video, but it's like just super good. But yeah, this right here, y'all. This was the one. This was the one that like just got me hooked, you know. But all right, YouTube, that's gonna do it for me. Oh, my bad. All right, YouTube, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna get up out of here. So if you guys could leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel to help. Before you click off, help grow it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, without further ado, much love, everybody.